Chapter 8. Light, Shadows and Reflections. Introduction. Imagine you are sitting and doing your homework late in the evening and the electricity goes off. There is darkness all around you. What is your first reaction? Are you able to see anything? What happens when your mother walks into the room with a torch? Are you able to see things then? Light helps us to see things. Where does light come from? Our world is a beautiful place. People visit different places to see and experience the beauty of the nature. There are colorful flowers, blue rivers, green trees and grey stones. We cannot imagine our lives without seeing things. But, have you ever wondered how do you see things? You see things with your eyes and with the help of light. Everything that is visible in light cannot be seen in its absence. Where does light come from? For our solar system, the main source of light is the sun. A small amount of light is also produced by bulbs and tube lights. These work with the electric current. An object that produces light is called a luminous object. Thus, the sun, tube light, bulb and fire are luminous objects. All other objects become visible when the light from a luminous object falls on them. How does light help us see things? You know that we need light to see things. Earlier, we learnt about transparent, translucent, and opaque objects. A substance through which light passes completely is called transparent. We can see through a transparent substance. Transparent substances have a smooth surface. An object through which light passes partially is called translucent. A part of light passes through the translucent substance and rest of it bounces back from its surface. An object through which light cannot pass is called opaque. All light hitting an opaque object bounces back. When light falls on an object, a part of it bounces or reflects back into our eyes. Once the light reaches our eyes, the message is sent to our brain, which interprets the information and enables us to see the object. So, we need eyes, brain and light to be able to see things. We cannot see anything in the absence of light. This is why, when you look out of your window in the dark, everything appears black. What are shadows? When light falls on an opaque object, it does not allow the light to pass through. This creates a dark area behind the object. This area is called the shadow of the object. Since a shadow is created by an object when it stops the light, it is always black and only shows the outline of an object. Let us learn more about shadow. The above activity will show you that the length of a shadow changes as the position of the light source changes. Your shadow will be shortest when the sun is just above your head. At that time, the shadow will form just below your feet. You can do another activity to understand this better. So you have learnt that the shadow of an object is made on a screen. We can use this information to create a pinhole camera. How does light travel? We have seen that a shadow is formed directly behind an object. In the same way, the image is formed in a pinhole camera. This is only possible if light travels in a straight line. In fact, light is made up of different types of rays that travel on a straight path. This property of light rays causes many interesting phenomena about which you will learn in the higher classes. A light ray is a very narrow path of light. It is represented by an arrow, with the head showing the direction of light. Many rays together make a beam of light. A laser torch produces a beam of light. Light beams travel very fast. The speed of light is about 3 lakhs kilometers per second. Nothing in the universe travels faster than light. How does light bounce? We have seen that things are visible because light hits them and bounces back. This process is called reflection of light. In fact, whenever light falls on any surface, a part of it is always reflected. When light falls on a very smooth surface, it largely reflects. Such surfaces can act as mirrors. Light beams falling on them get reflected in a regular pattern. When the light beams fall on a rough surface, the direction of their reflection varies because of the irregular surface. This is called diffused reflection. How does light bend? Take an empty glass and keep a pencil in it. See how the pencil looks. Now, Fill 3/4 of the glass with water. Observe how the pencil looks. It will appear bent to you. This happens because when light beams travel from one medium to another, they bend at the surface of the other medium. This bending of light is called refraction. In a nutshell, an object that produces light of its own is called a luminous object. A transparent object allows light to pass through it completely. A translucent object allows light to pass through it partially. An opaque object does not allow light to pass through it. A shadow is formed behind an object when it blocks the path of light. Length and size of the shadow changes with the distance of the source of light. We see things when light bounces off them and enters our eyes. A pinhole camera captures the image of an object. Light travels in a straight line. Reflection is the bouncing back of light when it hits a surface. Refraction is the bending of light rays when they move from one medium to another.